So spring is here.
Yeah.
It is spring today, which means it's the perfect time to have a drink and maybe enjoy the warm weather.
So tonight we find our Tar Heel traveler at a brewery in Raleigh. Scott Mason telling us a story of Raleigh Brewing.
Craft beer, Raleigh Brewing, where a leap of faith idea bubbled to the surface.
Attention to detail, less than a minute.
Timing is everything.
Right now it's boiling.
Temperature, too.
Right now we're sitting at 210 degrees Fahrenheit.
The beginnings of beer.
So we got hops. There we are.
So this is the area of the brewery called the cellar.
The cellar, where everything ages.
Fermentation happens.
Raleigh Brewing.
I've got a great team of brewers, highly technical, very creative.
Christy Neistat.
I am the first woman-owned brewery in North Carolina.
Yes, ma'am.
When you started this, did you realize, hey, I'm going to be the first woman-owned brewery in the state?
Didn't even think about it.
But she did think about beer.
We homebrewed in our home.
Christy and her husband.
So we had basically a Irish pub in our crawl space.
She eventually climbed into the industry, but only after leaving her steady job.
Moving from corporate America to entrepreneurship is a little bit like seeing a light at the end of the tunnel and not knowing whether it's a train or the actual light.
She dug in and created Raleigh Brewing in 2012.
You have your empty can and a lid.
And he must always make sure of the seal.
And we'll check our seam thickness.
Your temperatures for yeast pitching.
So much science and risk.
We'd never, been in international trade before.
They didn't just start a brewery, but a related company too.
Delivering these huge vats
That's correct.
of steel
That's correct.
to breweries all over the country.
Across the country.
I mean, you had to go to China and find a manufacturer
That's
of
right.
steel.
That is correct.
Had you ever been to China before?
No, never been to China before.
She doesn't have like a background in brewing like a lot of us do, but she knew where she wanted to go, she knew how to get there, and she made it happen.
She made beer.
The beer is great.
Several varieties.
What have you learned?
Whoosh. I have learned about resilience.
She's learned about beer.
It's looking good.
That it's both a science
So here we have our finished can.
and an art.
The first female-owned and operated brewery in the state of North Carolina.
It's fun, and the people that are in it are passionate. And from that perspective, it always makes you work harder, and I like it.